So hey, how you doing? It's a little bit before bedtime, and just kind of these things just hit me to do once in a while. So I'm going to talk about Cora and submissive peeing. I did another video of her. It's on my page. Just explaining a little bit about her. So I'm not going to go into great detail about her. She was a rescue dog that went to a dog expert adopter, and she was doing fine in the foster locally here with me, near me rather, not with me. And she went to the adoptive family who, like I said, were dog experts, and they created a nervous dog. And the one thing about Cora is she's a sensitive type of dog, meaning that we can't be too forward with them and we can't give them too much love and affection, simply because it just demeans that kind of state and makes them feel a little bit lower about themselves because they're not very proud. So we want to do things that build their confidence and give great affection at the right time for a dog like that that's nervous or just uncertain about things. And most people, they misunderstand fear because, again, there's only the book of body language and the book of dog, you know, that little tiny book. And most people misunderstand fear because most often it's not even fear, it's just uncertainty about what to do, about how to do things, about how to be. Because every time you come around, you get me excited, you get me excited, you get me excited, and I'm just excited all the time, and then I don't know what to do because I can't slow myself down. I don't know how to slow myself down. So, you know, we create that kind of stuff for the dogs, and we create that kind of lifestyle for them to live, and we don't understand that there are appropriate times for great excitement, yes, absolutely, and there are times where we want peacefulness and calmness, and we have to be able to discern the difference in our discipline and in our direction. Rather, I don't even like the word discipline. I like direction better because I'm guiding them into what I want them to do instead of having to discipline them down the road for things that I don't want them to do. Now, if they make a bad behavior and they've already or even, you know, just, I typically use just word corrections. I don't very often have to even touch the dogs. I'll walk into them and they just move out of my way. But anyway, this is about submissive peeing in Cora. I get off track like that. I'm sorry. I'll fix that. So they explained Cora as a submissive peer and said she had become dog aggressive. So now she's here with me, and the other night, the first night she met Benson, they've met through the kennel and things like that, but they haven't been alone together or face-to-face, body-to-body. So I brought him in to sleep with me the other night, and I threw both dogs in the bed after I introduced them right, and then just we had a great night. Everything was fine. There was no dog aggression, and she hasn't really shown any aggression. She's shown a lot of curiosity to the dogs around here. And the ones that are dog aggressive, I have to watch who I put them with, because I have dogs that will fight. They will protect themselves. They're not going to like lash out and kill somebody, but you would think it would be this horrific fight where it's just a communication between the dogs. So anyway, and that, you know, that's kind of part of where that earlier stuff was about. What happened is that they just got her way overexcited and just kept her very confused in their communications, because they give affection at the wrong times and they correct the wrong things and they don't follow through with corrections, and they don't give an alternative after the correction to you correct the behavior, and then you give the dog something else to do so that they understand what you want from them, but you have to also set up the understanding so that their brain is a workable brain and it's a training brain and it's not overexcited, it's not fearful, nervous, skittish, jitterish, confused, frustrated, angry, you know, because the frustration from the pent-up energy and all of that stuff will build, and as well we add all of that extra excitement in there, and then the nervousness comes in, and then, you know, the fear starts to generate from all that confusion and all of that stuff. So if we do the wrong thing at the wrong time, we can set a sensitive dog into fear very easily. However, on the other side of that, if we understand how to work with a sensitive type of dog, then we don't have to worry about that down the road, because we're going to do self-confidence building things, and we're going to boost the dog's self-esteem. And that's going to be the focus of the repair of the dog, the recovery of the dog. The true rehabilitation is to first build the dog's trust and then build its self-esteem to help it to grow and to fulfill all of its animal needs. And guess what? She does just fine here. You know, she loves me to pieces. She's calmed way down. I mean, when I would walk in the door at first, man, she was just a cyclone. And now, you know, she's a little bit still, but she's only been here for a few weeks. And, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. It does take time, and it's hard work. And I do things a specific way. I don't use dog training to stop them, and I use animal communications. So it's more effective if you know how to do it correctly. And again, their body language is vast, their communications are vast, and they understand a crap ton of stuff. So anyways, the submissive peeing is not even something that exists for us, dog-human relationship, because we can't be dominant over the dog because we're not truly in control of our emotions 100% of the time. A dominant animal is 100% in control of their emotions all the time. So that's where we differentiate. And what we have to do is we have to lead the animal in the most appropriate way with animal nature, animal communication, the way that they speak to one another. We need to learn their language and apply their own language to them and understand exactly what their bodies are telling us, because a tuck tail doesn't just mean fear and submission. It means a lot of things. And a raised paw doesn't always mean I'm nervous. You know, and the whale eye, it doesn't always mean that the dog's going to bite you. So there's a lot of misnomers out here because there's not a full encompassing knowledge of the total dog. The energy that surrounds the dog, the eyes, the depth of the eyes, the brightness of the eyes, or the dullness, how their lips look, in conjunction with all of those other parts of their body. You know, it's huge. So there's a lot to learn about them for you. And it's a great thing to dive into and to begin to try to understand and try to figure out what your dog's telling you. Because it's a beautiful thing, and you can see problems coming. And again, I told you before, well, I got to get back to the submissive peeing, because the submissive peeing, what it is the dog is so nervous and so fearful, not even fearful, just nervous and uncertain, and so excited and wants to please and wants to be there that it appears to be submissive behavior. However, that excitement and all of that energy and all of that buildup has to be released from their body because it's toxic to them. So she releases it by peeing. So it's a representation of fear and uncertainty, anxiety, stress. Man, there's just a whole list of stuff that it means when they pee like that, but it doesn't mean that they're being submissive to us. They're looking to us to say, hey, I need some help, please. I need some help, please. See you later.